Yeah. What up, though, y'all? What's going on, man? This is Savage AF. It's your boy Black Pedro. You know, so you already, if you follow the show, you already know what's about to happen. You already know this is a Dro solo episode, man. So if you don't like me, I wouldn't watch this motherfucker today because this is all Black Pedro. Savage AF is the show. Fuck your feelings is our motto. Facts matter. I am Black Pedro. Comedian Shang Forbes, man. He is out and about doing a live show tonight in Murrieta, California. So he's on his way there now. It's like a hour and a half drive, and I think it's about 2 miles away. So that's LA traffic for you. Ladies, I see you in the building. Cheers to you all right now. Bam, if you got something, put it in the air. Okay, if it's water, put it down. Kill yourself. What are you doing? It's what's Tuesday? Okay, yeah. Whatever. Drink. Savage AF, man. We are here Monday through Friday. Mondays and Fridays. Typically, we're on at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You know, sometimes shit happens. We didn't do a show yesterday, but we're right back at you. Tuesday through Thursday, typically, we're on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is the reason why you need to be like completely tapped in with the whole YouTube page and experience. And first of all, when you do it, I'm gonna get it to scroll for you. youtube.com/c/SavageAF world. That's what's going on. When you get to that location on YouTube, the Savage AF page, our channel, as it's called, you're welcome. You want to do this, guys. That's right. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, get notified, subscribed, invest most of your life's time into this show. That's all we're asking. I mean, I really don't feel like that's a lot. Not much going on in the world, so I'm pretty sure you should just be locked into this. Yeah, man. If you can't do that, if you can't see, Miss Adverb's in the building. For those who don't know, she got me pregnant. Hasn't paid a lick of a dime, not even a nickel, penny, hay penny, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge. She ain't paid me shit for this baby. It's all good though. It's all good. I can do all by myself. And I'm going to prove that over the next hour. That being said, if you don't catch us live on YouTube or Facebook, which we're also on, okay, go ahead. Facebook, we're Savage A.F. Look that up. Boom. A.F. Savage AF on Facebook. Follow us there. Watch us live every day. And we're also on Shang's LinkedIn, which I don't have the information for, but how many Shangs are on LinkedIn? Forbes. Shang Forbes. I mean, comedian Shang. Come on. I'm lying, Miss Adverb. We can just go through the Venmos that don't exist. I can show you all of the Cash App transactions that did not transact. She gonna talk about cash or whatever. I ain't seen her in months, so whatever. Yes, yeah. I drink. So what? Yeah, I've been drinking. I ain't drunk. I've been drinking, but I ain't drunk. I could stop anytime. It's now ain't the time. That's all. Shit. Mind your business, man. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. Savage AF. If you don't catch us visually or AV, the audio visual at the same damn time, and you want to just get the audio, you're on the road, need something to keep you up while you're out there clocking in miles, putting wild miles on the V. Go ahead and catch us wherever you get your podcasts: iTunes, Slacker, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Yeah, girl. That's changed up a little melody for you. You know, I'm out here writing. I write every day, so you know. I've never fought a car that I couldn't beat. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm 10-0. That's what it is, man. Savage AF. You know, wherever you get your podcasts. We're also on Instagram. As you can see right here in the corner, bam, I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at the point, like bam, right there. Okay. That there, right there. Boom. Sliggity, slick, right there. At Black Pedro on Instagram. On Instagram, you want to follow at Comedian Shang. And most importantly, make sure you're following at Savage AF Radio. At Savage AF Radio on IG. That's what it is, guys. Make sure whatever you do, whenever you're checking in with us, that you're sharing this with your friends. Do not be greedy. Breezy JJ, you want to jump in this lie too? You want to go ahead and do that? I watched her put the check in the mail. Really? You did that? Okay, we're going to need dates, times. Let's talk about mailbox locations. Okay, now you're stepping into federal mail fraud zones that I can't pull you out of, Breezy. Okay, if you step too far into the marsh, girl, you just gonna get dirty. Okay, that's all I can say. All right. So you step out there if you want. You was there. That's physical, because this is on the screen now. This is in the annals of YouTube now, that you was there when she mailed the check that I have not gotten yet. Okay. So now what you putting this on? Louis DeJoy, Postmaster General? But he took my shit mid-trans, because she put it in the mail. And then the system got my money, our baby money. Breezy J says, girl, watch your step. I'm just saying. It's a minefield out here. You know what I'm saying? The woman tells stories. She's good at it. I can't lie. See, now the truth comes out, because 4100 Studios saw me not get the check. He was, and bro, I remember that. I was there. I was there when I didn't get it. So 4100, thank you for keeping it 100 4,000 times, though. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So you get your little witnesses together, Miss Adverb. I got mines. Yeah. Meant to say it plural, even though it's not. I got mines. That might mean explosives in the ground too. So don't be running up on me. Okay. I got mines. 4100. I appreciate that, man. What up, though? What up, though? If you know what that means, you just know what that means. God damn it. Yeah. So yeah, I don't want to get too far into the custody battle on this episode. We could save that for another time. Znat Lynn, welcome. Breezy JJ's, I see you. Angelina Smart 4100. Wendy, my love, appreciate you as well. Oh, y'all, man. Lady Hazel May, I see y'all. Thank y'all for clocking in with us, tapping in, checking in, whatever the kids are saying. Yeah. I'm hip. I'm cool. Tucka. Here we go, guys. Savage AF is a show. It's not just me airing my custody battles for my child that I'm carrying right now. It's crazy. I ain't never met a woman too lazy to carry the damn child. Like, here, you got this. That's what she said to me one day. She was just like, here, I told you I wasn't going to get into it. I'm sorry. Whoa. Let me stick to business, man. Savage AF is a show. Okay. Fuck your feelings is our motto. Facts matter, guys. Let's talk about it. It's August 17th, 2021. It's a Tuesday. We're not going to end with the SHANGRY today like we normally do, because we don't have the Shanger here that we need. Shang is in Marietta, California, about to wreck the stage. Y'all, you just Marietta, stand by. Okay. Call the city, because the foundation is about to be rocked. But we are going to end with the Black Pedro pop-in. Today's pop-in will be Check Yo Zealots. Okay. We'll talk about it. But before we get into that, it's Abbott time. It's about time. the governor of Texas, with his wheelchair ass got COVID. We're gonna talk about it. But before we get into that, actually, our first two segments are going to be questions. The first one is, what did Haiti do to y'all, to Earth, to God, to get all of this shit? Let's talk about Haiti, man. Come on, God damn, Haiti. Oh, but before we get into that, man, Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter. I'm Black Pedro, comedian Shang, break a leg tonight on stage. It's August 17th, 2021, Tuesday. We're gonna start off today's show with our most critical question on this series called Savage as Fuck. Okay, in case you didn't know what the AF meant. The most critical question we can ever ask on this show is always this.
Motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whoa! Your boy, POTUS, President of the United States, Joseph Robinette Biden. He went what the kids would call ham, or hard as a motherfucker, on his pullout game. I wanted to talk about it yesterday. We didn't do the show. So I'm just going to give my opinions now that I had yesterday and leading up to this. Sip a little something first. This is champagne, y'all, from the region, okay? All right, so here's the thing, man. As I see it, and I don't like to think in duality like this, but as I see it, the United States had two things that they could do with Afghanistan, which is stay there forever or pull out. And at whatever point they pulled out, I think we all knew or should have known that the Taliban was going to make a run on the country. Now, we didn't think it was going to be a motherfucking, shopping spree game show thing where you got 1 minute to get the whole country. And they just threw Afghanistan in a shopping cart and ran through the aisles, which seemingly they did do. But this was gonna happen. I mean, we expected a fight from the Afghan National Army. The reports we're getting now are that the generals and whatnot, they've been stealing the bullets and the funds and the weapons for years now, and I don't know why that wasn't stopped, but we weren't there for nation building. So, hey, and the troops, the Afghan National Army did not have the backup and the resources that they needed to actually fight, even though the resources had been given to the country. And so they sat and negotiated a lot of times in a lot of places with the Taliban Taliban was like, look, if you don't fight, we won't kill you. And if you ain't got no bullets left, that's probably the best deal in town. Most of you niggas would sign up for that shit too. I probably would. So, I know earlier when this happened, it was just like it doesn't look like this army had the heart to fight or the balls to do it, or they just they fled. But what I'm learning now is that they weren't backed up, that the level of corruption there, at least that's the narrative that the United States is going to kick. But your boy Joe Biden basically did all of that yesterday, where he was like, all right, look, we didn't expect the Taliban to run up on the country this quickly. I admit that. Miscalculation, my bad. But everybody else fucked this shit up, man. You ain't gonna put this shit on me. I can't even lie. I kind of felt like Joe Biden was strong yesterday, and his, it's like, look, we've been there 20 years, spent $1 trillion. I'm the fourth president to deal with this shit. I'm not passing it on to a fifth. Fuck it. Like we out. Like fuck it. We're out. Okay, that's just what it is. I'm gone. Okay, can't do nothing here. Love don't live here no more. We gone. And while taking some responsibility for miscalculations and missteps, he also, I think, pass the buck to a lot of other entities and people, just like, the previous administrations, the Afghan army and government, and anybody else who had anything to do with this. He's like, and that motherfucker should have done that, and he should have done this, and we ain't doing that, and this ain't on me, and I'm out. And you know what? At a certain point, I agree with that, man. Like, there's nothing that you gonna do there. Okay. The Taliban is fighting for something that most people don't like. They are so far off into a realm that most people don't live in, that it's hard to fight that, man. It really is. Add in the corruption, which every nation has. We corrupt as shit, but I mean, it seems like a few individuals swooped up a lot of resources and started living well, and really didn't give a fuck about Afghanistan or this establishment of a nation. So AJ Fit, I see you in the building. What do you say? All terrorists that were caught are now free, and all the guns gave to them from America are now in the Taliban's hands. So, these are the images we're seeing, right? Of the Taliban riding around in Hummers. And that's essentially what we got to, is through all these resources into this nation that, a terrorist group, a religious zealot group. And, I'm going to talk more about zealots at the end of this episode today. But yeah, this group been there a long time, not going any fucking where. Because, as many as you kill, it's going to inspire a certain amount more to sign up, because their belief system is based on, like I said, something that none of us can really attach to. Right. So, yeah, AJ Fit, we're just seeing, I mean, it's like finding Osama bin Laden in the first place. You mean former CIA agent Osama bin Laden, or informant, or cooperator, whatever you want to call them? Like, this is a cycle that we keep going through over and over again, is, supplying the people that we're eventually going to have to fight. But in all of that, Joe was like, yeah, Angelia Smart said, Uncle Joe said, it is what it is. Man, he was like, look, bro, I felt like his, he didn't mumble. He was very clear in his speech, but I feel like the underlying tone of everything he said was like that mumble shit, that I like to do, where it's just like, sometimes you get to a point where you just like, hey, hey, it's like, he was just like, nigga, this ain't on me. I ain't bring us here. I ain't tell y'all motherfuckers to do more shit there. I'm just trying to get us the fuck out, because Donald Trump made a deal with these niggas, and I'm just trying to do that. And then it's time to bring these motherfuckers home. I ain't, hey, you ain't on me. He was just like, nigga, get off my dick right now, all right? Got shit I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build bridges and shit. Motherfuckers trying to put this shit on me. Yeah, okay, this shit collapsed. All right, nigga. All right, we gonna just trying to get this airport secure and then get you motherfuckers. But this ain't on me, motherfucker. You ain't put this on me. And honestly, I can't like, this is not, Queen Bee said it. We've been there 20 years pacifying them. We've been there way too long. I have been to Afghanistan twice in my lifetime. Okay. I have been to Afghanistan twice in my lifetime. Don't make me put this down and go run and get the plaques and the little coins and stuff they gave me. I have been to Afghanistan twice. The last time I was there was 15 years ago. 15 years ago was the last time I went to Afghanistan to entertain the troops, our troops, not the Taliban. But that's a long ass time, you know. That's some years ago. And the war had been going on before that and has obviously gone on since. You know, this, I don't say any of this when I say that, you know, the U.S. really has no choice other than stay there forever or, you know, bounce and leave it to be ugly. And I do believe that, like, you know, the Afghan people as a nation, like they just have to rise up, like really, really, really right. And, you know, the Taliban is brutal and vicious. I don't know how that's going to play out. But you either going to live under this shit or like really fight. Like, start with the corrupt motherfuckers that, you know, stole the money and bailed on you. But like, the Afghani people have to like eventually take this on. And that was one of Biden's points. Like, he's not going to send troops in there to fight your civil war. Like, they need a civil war, or you just have to live with this and have your daughter be a sex slave or whatever, an illiterate sex slave or whatever, you know, those are the narrow margins, the slim scale of choices that you're dealing with as a nation of Afghanis. We shouldn't have been there in the first place is what all of this shows. It was an ultimate failure. It looks like Saigon, Vietnam all over again. Yes, because it is the same failure. It's land wars in Asia that don't work out for us. Like, you're not going to go in there and just set up shop, bro. So I'm sorry. But Joseph Robinette Biden, to me, is right on this. It's get out, get as many people out as you can. This shit ain't going to be pretty. It's not going to be neat. It hasn't been cool at all. It never was. I'm sorry to all the troops that served and gave their lives there, and parts of their lives and parts of their bodies in some cases. In a lot of cases, hundreds of thousands of people, American citizens, went over there to fight, serve, protect, you know, be medics and whatnot. And I'm sorry, guys, like, not because of your efforts, but just structurally, this was a failed American mission that we never really should have went on like that. You know, protecting our homeland, it was never going to work out to go and find all the terrorists. Like, it's not like a finite number of terrorists. It's an ideology that needs to be broken, but doesn't get broken through violence, right? They preach that the infidels are coming to, you know, and they're trying to kill them, and, you know, and then you show up and, yeah, you try and kill them. So whether it's right or wrong on our part, it just feeds into their narrative, you know, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, ultimately for me, Joseph Robinette Biden was right. Miss Adverb, I will commend you for being a service person, and anybody else out there who served. You know, I truly do salute and gain so much respect just going out to forward operating bases. I have never, I believe I've said this on the show before, being from the east side of Detroit, I have never, ever seen poverty like I saw in Afghanistan. Like, I've just never seen like just true. I mean, I don't know if there's a fourth world or a fifth. I don't know what dimension these motherfuckers were in, but this shit was shantified, my dude. Like, right outside of Bagram Airfield, like, that shit was. I have never seen anything like that. I've never flown over any other country in helicopters. Just the only one I did. But as we did, like, you didn't see anything, though. Like, there was just like no roads or highways or things like it would just like be patches of green poppy fields, like just opium, heroin, nigga, that China white, just out ashish, baby, just growing. in patches. But other than that, just like a very desolate place. So they are in a tight spot right now. But the world is watching, and I think we all know that the Taliban is going to nut up. They've said that women will have rights under basically their version of Islam. So yeah, so that's it. Yeah, that's a fuck scenario. Their version of Islam and women's rights under that. Natasha Jones, welcome. You're right. I said it wouldn't work. Well, girl, why didn't they listen to you, Natasha? Shit. What's her name? Barbara Lee. I think she's the only member of Congress back 20 years ago who voted against going to war. The only member of Congress, one lone black woman. So, Natasha, don't feel isolated, baby. Okay. Barbara Lee's voice echoed empty. It was empty echoes. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make up words. It was empty echoes in the halls of Congress. So it wasn't just you. All right, man. Savage AF, fuck your feelings is our motto. I'm Black Pedro. Comedian Shang is out there on the road again. Not too far from LA, Murrieta, California. Tearing it down. You know what it is. We're going to keep it moving to another country when I haven't been to, but if we want to talk about poverty, through no fault of its own, I believe. But corruption abounds in nations like this. What the fuck did Haiti do to the universe or karma or God or whoever you want to call it? What did Haiti do to deserve all that? Now, Haiti sounds very close to Hades, which I believe is Latin for hell. It's another name for hell. And when I tell you that these people are going through it, man, I mean, they're going through it. Okay. They had a hellacious earthquake recently that now has claimed 1,941 lives that they've tallied so far. And this is, a decade after another very devastating earthquake that similar to this. That the nation doesn't have the resources to totally rebuild from anyways. And then on top of that, the earthquake, and by the way, the earthquake is on the heels of the assassination of their president. So they assassinated president, government kind of in turmoil, major earthquake. This one was not in Port of Spain, so it wasn't in the major capital city, but like I said, 1,941 dead. And now they got a tropical storm or depression heading their way. I'm like, this ain't depressed enough. This shit is depressing enough without like literally the sky crying over them very heavily. But that's what this is, man. It's like, how the fuck could Haiti go through all of these things at once? I mean, goddamn. You liberate yourself from France and what? That's the curse, ultimately? Is now you got to suffer in hell for freeing yourself from baguettes? Like not everybody wants your brie, France. Okay. Haiti shouldn't have had to pay for that. And I don't know, not everybody fucks with a croque madame in the morning. You know what I mean? Like it's heavy. It's a lot. Vegan or whatever, you can't do that, man. So, Haiti being the first, ultimately, I think we all know what their quote unquote sin was. Hades, that is. But being the first black nation in the Western Hemisphere, right? That came through a slave revolt. That's why I brought up France, right? And ever since then, Europe and the Western world has essentially hated Haiti. They are Haiti haters. Okay. Haiti haters. And I don't know how God got in on the game too, but the Earth has been shitting on this little plot of land for, and it's attached to the Dominican Republic, by the way, right? Hispaniola is the island. You'll never hear about this shit in the DR. Yeah, they feel like they Earth don't quake like that. I don't know what, but the black side of the island is just getting shat upon. So you know what? Fuck you, Hispaniola, for being so racist. And I've never cursed at land before or accused just like the actual land being racist, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on the island of Hispaniola, which contains the two nations of Dominican Republic and Haiti, okay, which is Spanish for Haiti. But the Earth is racist at this point. I don't have scientific, evidence to prove that, guys, but I'm working on it. Me and the pillow guy have formed a task force, and I'm gonna have all the evidence for you to prove that the Earth itself, like the actual ground that we walk on, is racist, and Haiti is the proof. And me and the pillow guy, what's his name, Lindell. Me and Mike, we're putting together a Earth race task force. Mm-hmm. The cats are in on it too, and they're all for it. I don't know if you could hear the one cat. She's chasing the shadow on the wall. They're not the brightest creatures, but very athletic. But that being said, guys, let's not just pray for Haiti, but if you can find a way to give something to the nation through credible sources, obviously this is a place that needs resources. America's like they're keeping their eye on the situation. I'm like, nigga, we know what the situation is. They broke in the motherfucker and everything around them just broke. Like, send the money, send the people, send the resources, dog. Like, would you eye on the situation? It's not a game, dog. But goddamn, Haiti. I don't know what y'all did, man. Just make you want to rethink that whole slavery thing, right? Maybe slavery wasn't that bad. Sorry, I just listened to Kanye's new album, so some of that got in there. Savage AF, y'all. I'm fucking with you. Black Pedro is my name. Shang is not in the building tonight. I mean, since COVID, he hasn't been at all. We haven't been in the same buildings doing this show. But we're gonna keep it moving. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. You know what it is, y'all. It's Abbott time, or it's about time. All right, man. I've been rooting for COVID. My mother and I, we're dark-hearted individuals. I've been rooting for COVID. For when we hear about the people that do catch it, the anti-vaxxers, the idiots, and they do get the COVID. I've been out here like, go COVID, go COVID, go COVID, go COVID. Yeah. So, one of our favorite people to hate on this show is the governor of Texas, Greg. Please roll your ass off a short ramp into the ocean, Abbott, who, is big on banning mask mandates, which means he does not want any person, place, entity in Texas to be able to tell people they have to wear masks. He doesn't want anybody to be protected from the virus, which we come to find out he just caught. Now, before you get as excited as my mother and I did earlier, we do need to bring ourselves back down to reality and realize that unfortunately, in this case, he is vaccinated. I know we got a lot of people on this show sometimes who like they not into the vaccine. Boom. But I'm telling you, this is the bad part about the vaccine. When Republican dickheads who won't do the right things to protect the municipality, county, state, or in the case of our last president, the country that they are, governing, the executor over, they won't do the things to protect the general population that they govern over, but they will do it for themselves. They will get vaccinated for themselves, right? Because you don't hear Greg Abbott out there, preaching, vax, get vax, get vax. Oh, we need to social distance if you're not going to get vax. Like, he's not talking that game, but he got vaxxed, right? And now we see that, okay, he caught the disease. He's apparently on, like, I think remdesivir, one of these therapeutics as well. Which, by the way, we'll get into with another dickhead governor in a second. But, he caught the disease, is vaccinated, and unfortunately, most likely will be fine. And that's, that's the double-edged sword of the vaccine. It's like, it doesn't know to not protect the wrong people, right? The vaccine, once it's in you, it's going to do a really great job for the most part of making sure you don't get sick. So, what's up, Kuchadamas? I see you in here, man. We doing this solo today, man. Appreciate you coming through, hanging with us, though. Stick with it, man. But the vaccine doesn't know to not protect Greg Abbott. It doesn't realize that it's in a paraplegic dickhead's body who needs to literally be thrown into the ocean in his wheelchair. This show is dark, guys. I'm sorry. Shank's not here to stop me. He's not doing the things to protect his people, but he will protect himself. And the vaccine doesn't know, oh, I shouldn't protect this dude. I should let him die. So it's doing its job, the vaccine, which, like, I think would be a double-edged sword for him, right? He's like anti-mask, not being proactively pro-vax, and then gets protected by the vax. Like, how do you explain, not protecting the rest of the population to your constituents who are, a lot of dumb idiots who don't believe. Well, how you gonna get the virus and the vax, and then that we don't need the vax? Guys, listen, that's the vax is protecting him. It's the reason, that his feet haven't shriveled up and fallen completely off yet, because he's got the vax, and therefore the Delta variant isn't gonna really fuck with him that much. Which in this one case, one of a few, is very unfortunate. I do wish you the best, COVID-19. Delta variant, you get out there and you do your thing. You fight that vaccine in Greg Abbott's body. Do you hear me? Because you have a shot. It's like a 90-something% chance. And I need you to take that other something that's left, Delta variant, and you get into Greg Abbott's body and you do that thing you do, baby. You do that dance, okay? Yeah. I feel like what's his name? Al Pacino in Any Given Sunday. Yeah, remember when you're playing in your grandma's backyard? Delta variant. That's all this is, all right? You're just in your grandma's backyard, slinging the rock around. All right, it's nothing but that. You just get out there, Delta variant, and you win. You beat Greg Abbott, okay? Because he's a son of a bitch, and he won't let Colin Kaepernick back on his team. Yeah, let's go Delta. Yeah, we're gonna root for this new fraternity, Delta Lambda Delta, Tri Delta. Okay, give it a try, baby. Delta Delta Delta. Let's go. Unfortunately, though, the vaccine is pretty effective, so probably won't happen. But rooting for the underdog here, guys. But also, I was just disappointed that it didn't get Greg Abbott in time. You know what I mean? Like, why couldn't it have gotten him last year before vaccine or any? Like, why couldn't this have gotten up in the boy earlier? You know what I'm saying? Oh man. But these guys, a lot of these dudes, these governors they're playing this game, right? And you wonder why they play it, but then you look at a dude like Ron DeSantis or DeSatan, as we can call them, either they're interchangeable. Which now I'm gonna flip to Ron Dumber Santis. Because it was recently revealed that his wife bought shares of stock in the company that develops remdesivir. Okay. Sure, buy your stocks, whatever. She maybe playing a hunch. Who knows? But then when you look at the most poorly governed state during this pandemic in Florida, run by Ron DeSantis, dumb Satan. Oh, dumb. I just combined two things, dumb Santas and DeSatan. So dumb Satan. It's like a dumb devil. So then when I sit back and I'm like, well, why won't the man just protect people from the disease? Well, if your wife has bought a bunch of shares in a company that has a product that is meant to treat the virus but not cure it, okay, then I begin to see a window in which he might be incentivized not to protect and cure people and wipe the virus out, but let it run through his state such that people have to use remdesivir and other therapeutics. But remdesivir specifically is, his wife invested in the manufacturer of it, in the manufacturer of remdesivir. Sorry. Breezy JJ's, you on it. You know what I'm talking about. The money is in the treatment. And that's America's general healthcare philosophy, whether stated or not, right? Would rather not cure you of anything, would rather prescribe the fuck out of you for the rest of your life. Bro, I don't ever in my life want one of them pill boxes, my nigga. That S through S, this S is on the end, and it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's a week. It represents a week. You guys sit there at some point. My mama do it. Hers are like vitamins, though. Yeah, but like, I don't ever want the pill thing, the box thing that goes from Sunday to Saturday, and you just portion out your little drug tablets. I just want to roll blunts and eat fruit, vegetables. That's, see what happens there. But this country would like to pill-box the fuck out of every fucking body. They want that Sunday through Saturday box for everybody. They want the blue, the pink, the green one in there, the little liquid gel one. Oh, my nigga. They want you to take, oh, bro, they need you to take all of that shit. So when I look at the story about Ron DeSantis and his wife buying into a company that produces therapeutics, treatments, not cures, it's starting to look a little more clear as to, why an individual like Ron DeSantis, who has all the ability in the world to protect Floridians and anybody traveling to his state from, this variant as best we can, he's done the worst he can. And why? Your wife got money in the treatment, not the cure. You get rid of the virus, the shares maybe they don't go up. Maybe they're not worth as much. Maybe they go down. Nobody in it. Ain't nobody trying to be the governor not to make money. You in it for the money, nigga. Yeah. Queen B, do them edibles. I'm not sure that they are any sort of treatment or therapeutic for COVID-19, but I also highly endorse them. So go ahead, get your edible on. Mr. Adverb, there's no money in healthy people. It's just, it doesn't work unless you're in the kale industry. That's where you getting it in, my nigga. What you got, an avocado farm? Healthy people. Money's in healthy people. But in terms of the medical industry, no, it don't happen. Bye, Angelia Smart. Hope you have a good day. Oh man, so fuck Greg Abbott, governor of Texas. Long roll off a short ramp is what we need him to take. But that's about all I could say about that. Fuck Ron DeSantis too. I'm going to get ready to end the show, guys. And as I do, I'm going to end it a little something like Hey.
It's your boy Black Pedro, popping in, hey, with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Help! I'm trapped in my wine. I can't get out. I'm drunk. Oh, wait, here we go. Sorry. I'm out. It's your boy Black Pedro with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'. Ha! Oh man, so I'm a bookend today's session. You're welcome for the therapy. It ain't free. Tell a friend. My poppin' today is check yo zealots. Okay. Any criticism towards the Taliban is totally justified. They are, for lack of a better term, out they goddamned mind. Okay? Them niggas crazy. Yeah. Taliban motherfuckers is just, that shit is nuts. To live life like that and want to impose shit like that, treat women like that, that shit is in fucking sane. It's out sane. Okay? So any criticism towards the Taliban is totally justified. Absolutely. Get at them motherfuckers. But while we do it, I'll never forget the first time somebody said this to me, because I realized it was probably the corniest shit I'd ever heard in my life, but it is true. When you point a finger at somebody, there are three fingers pointing right back at you. Okay. And what about these three fingers, man, pointing right back at me, man? So while we want to talk about shit and need to talk shit about the Taliban, we just need to realize that we have our own set of zealots here in America, and many countries have their own sets of zealots that may not be as extremely out there as the Taliban is yet, but they're working just as hard to get there, I believe. I mean, America's set up differently, right, at this point. So the hate, misogyny, chauvinism, a lot of it has been dressed up and built into laws and just doesn't look the same anymore. It doesn't look like the Taliban going around bashing people in their head. But legislatively, we do that here in America, right? Like, everybody is worried about what's going to happen to Afghani women. What's going to happen to the women of Afghanistan? I'm like, what about the women in Alabama? Anybody thinking about that? Because in this country, we have a group of zealots that, like I say, are not equal, are not the same as the Taliban, but their mission is. Their goals are. The way they go about it, sure, looks different, acts different, sounds different, talks different, dresses different. Same shit. Same oppression. Same chauvinism. Same, honestly, white guy shit. The Taliban are Nazis. The Nazis are KKK. The KKK are European imperialists. I think the buck stops there. European imperialists are some motherfuckers, boy. So this brand of white guy shit has gone all over the globe. And the Taliban is one example, one manifestation of this. But in reality, right here domestically, in California, Connecticut, Maine, Alabama, like I said, Mississippi, Kentucky, Texas. I mean, we got our own group of zealots here that are just as willing. No, they might not bury a woman in the sand and throw stones at her head, but they will legislatively bury you in the ground. And they're throwing stones at your vagina, ladies, and it hurts. I don't even have a vagina, but I know that hurts. Okay? Yeah, I want to hit that clip, but not with rocks. Like, what the fuck, bro? Come on, man. Come on, dude. So, like I say, we are looking at this one nation as this, sort of shining example of the worst that humanity can be. But I don't want us to lose sight of the fact that humanity has been filled with pieces of shit historically, always. And America is also historically a piece of shit example of democracy. It really is. It really always has been. You can tell me to go back to Africa or Trinidad or wherever, Detroit, get out of here if I don't like it. I ain't say nothing about like or dislike. I'm just saying America's never lived up to the shit it said it's supposed to be. All men are created equal. What about the ladies? What about black men? You know what I'm saying? Like, what about Native men? All men weren't created equal in their minds. It's just some shit they put on paper and never lived up to. And that's just one example. So, Afghanistan, you need to check your zealots. And at this point, it's going to be hard because now they got U.S. Hummers and rockets and missiles and bullets. They got a lot of shit. They got weapons now. So that, that's hard. But, while Afghanistan needs to check its zealots, America, another A, you need to check your zealots too. We need to check our zealots. We saw them on January 6th. We saw them at state capitals around the nation, at various points during this pandemic. We have watched zealot white people mostly lose their fucking minds. And, that's just what it is, man. That's our task as a nation to check our zealots. Afghanistan, you need to check yours. Everybody got zealots. France, I'm sure you got zealots. England, they got zealots. Check your zealots, guys. Don't just look at Afghanistan and be like, oh man, those Taliban guys are crazy. We got Taliban here. Like literally, if you just lined up Taliban dudes and like a bunch of the Capitol, the Capitol Riders, the January 6th dudes, like they have the long beard, disheveled faces. They look disgruntled, ain't had a job in years. You could tell, you could see it. Okay. The Afghani guys are a little skinnier. Okay. They don't get beer regularly like these Wisconsin motherfuckers do, but they look the same. The look, if you wrap scarves around these white dudes' heads, they would look like jihadists. And if you put a trucker hat on the Taliban, them motherfuckers would look like Crosby, Stills, and Nash. And I don't actually know who that band is. I just know they were white. I'm Black Pedro, guys. That is Savage AF for today. It was the best I could do. I'm by myself. I'm solo. I'm essentially, just talking to my computer. Y'all not here with me. I see y'all in the comment section. I appreciate that. But, this is like, it's hard to have a conversation with yourself for an hour and not get, like arrested outside the 7-Eleven. That's why I don't do it outside the 7-Eleven anymore. Ha! Smarten up the game, guys. Anyways, man, Savage AF, we'll be right back here tomorrow. When I say we, I assume Shang will be here tomorrow. I believe he will. He said he's going to rock out the rest of the week. So let's do it. To all those that did show up with me today and hang out, I appreciate y'all, man, so much. Your loyalty and following, it does mean everything. As well as my medication for my psychiatrist. It's all working quite well. We'll be back here tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, live all the time. That's what we do, y'all. Savage AF, man. In the meantime, guys, be safe and keep your finger out your nose. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.